Okay, so these past week or so, I got two of my friends into lock picking. Showed them how to pick their first locks ever, and I also showed my son. But my two friends, I wrote up an email to share with them what things they should buy. They're asking me like, what should they buy? What kits, lockpick kits, and things like that. And I see a lot of YouTubes about what lockpick kits are good and what to get and things like that. And so I didn't really want to go into that, but a lot of posts lately have been on Reddit about what locks should they buy, where could they buy locks, and they ask if they should get these acrylic locks. And I always say these acrylic locks are okay if you want to teach somebody how to open, how to do lock picking. But as far as learning, I don't think they're particularly useful, because once you see what you're doing, you really want to also have a lock that you can practice on. And these things are terrible for practicing on. As you saw, I can just, I wasn't even picking. I just kind of run this thing along there, and it pops open. And if I were to go in and try to single pin pick this, the feedback you get on this is not a lot like other locks, and you'll be tempted to look and feel where the binder is, but overall, I mean, this thing for single pin, it just doesn't feel the same. It's very because one side is acrylic, the Bible's acrylic, it doesn't give the same feel as a normal brass lock would give you. So I mean, if this comes with a kit, fine, or if you want to teach somebody how to do this, fine, but I don't think this is particularly useful for learning. In fact, while I have that, I taught everyone how to pick using something like this, which is a cutaway lock, and this one's from Sparrows. And I like this because, just like with the acrylic lock, I can demonstrate to people about the shear line and how to pick this, and this is set up for 5 pins right now. Not only that, but then I can also use this as a practice lock, because it's a lock, it's a regular lock, and it feels like a lock, it acts like a lock, and then I can go through and pick this and get my practice that way. But what's really cool, and I paid for all this stuff from Sparrows. I'm not I have this YouTube channel. I'm not a YouTuber. I mainly do it to post videos for people to see on Reddit or for my friends and things like that. But I thought I'd do this for them as well. Sparrows sells this thing they call the reload kit, and it comes with all this stuff in here. And when you're first learning to pick, you probably don't care about taking one apart, but you'll get these reload trays. For right now, for extra $8, you get these pinning tweezers, which are great. You get this follower, but most importantly, you get these 4 keys that come with pins, okay? And these 4, you can then take this apart and put these new pins in there, and then you have another lock to practice on, right? You can, if you're feeling really bold, you can swap them around. You won't have a key for it at that point, and you can pick it that way. But since it's cutaway, it's not you don't have to be too bold, because you can see if you need to pick it open to take it apart again. I'll make a video about how to take it apart and re-pin it and everything like that. But another thing that's cool is this cutaway lock from Sparrows is a Schlage lock with a SC1 keyway, which this is the same thing as this, and this one has 5 pins in it, and I could take one of these keys and rekey this lock using this. You can see I can take. People see this like, oh, that's some special key, but it's just a, well, maybe it's not the same keyway, but it's basically the same kind of thing. I should have probably checked that before I did this, but you could repin it with these. These are the same pins, but the keys won't work in here because they're not the right shape, right? But you can see they're taken apart the same way. They use this tool that comes with Sparrows to take them apart. So you could use this to take apart future things as well. Another thing that is cool about this is that they sell progressive pinned locks, and this is what I taught my friends on. I have a lock that has the number 2, 3, 4, 5. I lent it out to my friend right now, so I can't show him, but the 2 basically has 2 pins in there, and the rest empty. 3 has 3, and so on. You can open this up and take all but 2 pins out, and then you'll have a 2-pin lock, and then 3, and so on. And another cool thing is there's actually a 6th slot in here, so you could make this a 6-pin lock if you wanted. Actually, let's see. And so you could make it even harder than the way it comes. It comes as a 5-pin lock right now, but you could make it 6. So that's kind of neat. And watch, it's all the other ones and not this one or something like that, because I didn't actually take this apart to check. So we'll do that right now. Make sure I don't spill pins everywhere when I do this. But yeah, sure. You see, 6 hole right there. And let's look inside here. It's probably dangerous to do it this way, but yep, I see a 6th hole in there as well. I doubt you can see it, but there's a 6th hole in there as well. So you could add a 6th pin. Then your key is not going to work anymore, and you can't even see that 6th pin through the cutaway. But it might be a nice, fun challenge to do. Another important thing is that this kit comes with extra pieces for the back. That's this rear spring and pin, but also comes with a bunch of additional pins. So your standard pins in there. So if you lose some pins, you'll have replacement standard driver pins. But spools. These are security pins. You got spools. You got serrated pins. You've got even these mushroom pins in here. And rather than just buying another lock that has spools in it like an American 1100, you can just throw spools in here. And again, you could do it progressively. So you could just pin the first 2 up just to see how those spools feel. And then, try serrated, try different ones. And so basically you have endless amount of combinations with this, the keys, and these pins. And they all come in this kit. I think it's $20 for this kit. Throw an extra $8 and you get the tweezers, which are great. This progressive lock, I think right now is $20 from them, but if you're also looking at to get some picks, they sell picks, and then you can get this at a discount. I don't know, it's like $17.50 or something, so they give you a little bit of money off. And I think that's a good way to start. For picks, I mean, I don't want to talk about picks. There's a lot of videos out there talking about picks. Maybe I'll do it separately. But yeah, if you're just starting out, this kit makes a lot of sense. It gives you endless lock combinations to work on. Acrylic, I mean, if you have this and you want to get this, it's, I don't know, maybe a display piece, but but it's not particularly good for practicing and learning on. It's good for teaching what's going on, but again, if you have this, you can teach what's going on, you can practice on it, you can repin it, you can do all kinds of stuff and have infinite locks out of basically this one. The one thing is you only have the one keyway out of it, so you're not going to learn about how to do different paracentric keyways and things like that. But I think it's fine. And then you could buy additional locks off of eBay, or another nice one is you can go to your local gym and ask them for any locks that they've had to cut off of lockers, or even at the end of the school year you can go to your local school and ask them if they've cut off any combination locks or padlocks off of lockers in the hallways and things like that, and get some free locks that way. Anyways, hopefully this was helpful, and I think I'll make another video on how to repin this up for a different key or throw in some security pins and things like that. Alright, anyways, thanks.